got Steve here. Steve was helping me out with another project, and since he was here, he offered to help me with the queening. So we're heading out to the bees to try and introduce this queen and see if there's anything else that I need to do here. There she is. All right.
And you get these hot days and it will really get gooey and sticky. We'll take advantage of all that smoke. If we've got to breathe it, we might as well be
Use it.
having the bees get a little whiff. Oh, goodness. Is there anything going on in these upper boxes?
The top one, no, they haven't even drawn comb.
Yep.
But this one, you can look in and see this, and this are all honey.
Oh, nice.
See, look at this. They are pissed. And I don't think I want to spend a lot of time working with this necessarily.
No. You might want to just crack a little hole, a gap there, set the queen in, and be done with it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too.
Kind of right in the middle is a good spot for them. Yeah.
Got it. And I'm just going to shove her in sideways, right? Like this? Whoops.
Yes.
Hi, bees. Come on. Just like that.
Yes, that should be good. Kind of press it in, and then you'll press it against the adjacent frame. Lay it flat instead of up.
Is that right?
No, roll it right over flat.
Oh.
Keep pushing it down there, so there'll be less gap between the
Got it.
frames. Okay, good.
No, I don't think it's stuck good. Oh, she's gonna fall. Shit.
Can you get your hive tool
No.
to hold her? Just enough to squeeze that other frame over there.
Now she's gonna just drop. I'm just gonna leave it tipped wrong. I'd rather have the wax screwed up than lose
There.
her. There we go. That flattened it.
There, yeah, that'll get it.
All right, sweetie, you're just gonna have to fight for yourself.
No, they're not too bad, really. Let's see what you got there. You got her placed. You can let them have their introduction, and they should be all set.
Come back in a couple of days and see how they're doing. Yeah, see these they haven't started doing anything to yet. So I suspect that this hive swarmed too.
It could be. It's very difficult to tell.
The
some
number
people-
of bees seems to be about the same as this one, which is the one we think swarmed.
Yeah.
In fact, somebody on one of my videos commented that they saw a queen cell when I was doing the inspection on this one. So I'm pretty sure that that's the one that we saw swarm. But because the population on this one is very similar to the population on that one, I suspect this one swarmed as well. But they didn't do as well with their queen.
Makes sense to capture it or to know when they're, if they have done that, yeah.
Yeah. So, alright, so we won't piss them off anymore. They've got enough to be getting on with. Ah, there it is, and I broke it. Shoot. Yeah. Oh well, I'll have to get another one. I noticed a couple of beetles in that one when I was going through, so I picked up beetle traps when I was at Kudix.
Oh, is that what that is? Did Mike mention anything about he had 2 hives he thought were queenless.
Yeah.
And he and I were talking some weeks back, a couple of weeks ago, about getting a queen. And he said he was not going to. He was going to let them just go naturally.
Right.
And then he talked again yesterday, and said that he found eggs in one of them.
Huh.
But he still was thinking of getting a queen for the other. And I asked him to, get a hold of you, just see if you
Yeah,
were
I
going down.
appreciate that.
Yeah. But yeah, it was funny because he, apparently one worked, or he didn't know if he had really was missing the queen or not.
Yeah. Well, and if I had seen any brood, then I would have left it and let them figure it out for themselves.
Yeah.
But there was no brood.
No,
at
if there's
all.
nothing showing, then you got to help them out.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of a short day today. I don't think I even said good morning this morning. I'll have to go back and double check. It's been a long, busy day. One of the things dragging me down is I'm still reacting to those bee stings from yesterday, to the point where I'm taking Benadryl today because the sting sites are still fairly swollen. So, always fun. But my colleague from the bee club brought me my new queen, and Steve went with me to run an errand and then offered to help me put her in, which I'm grateful for. We kind of did an abbreviated install. Normally what you would want to do is go through all of the frames, all of these, and double check for any queen cells. There's a couple of different kinds. There's a regular queen cell, and there are what are called supersedent cells, which is if you've got a queen who's old or not laying properly, the hive may start preparing to replace her. And theoretically, what you should do is go through all of those frames and make sure to pinch out any of those cells. So if there is a queen growing, that she's not going to hatch and be in competition with the purchased queen that you've installed. They were grumpy. Surprise, surprise. The weather's been threatening. In fact, it's starting to sprinkle again now. So we didn't want to take a lot of time. And since we weren't seeing any eggs and we weren't seeing any brood, we took the chance and just installed her. So the way that little package that you saw, so it's the little white box with the vents in it and a little tube. That little tube is full of fondant, basically sugar paste. that's dried and seals that shut. And so she's in that box, or in that little case, with a couple of worker bees to be feeding her, because queens don't feed themselves, they get fed by their attendants. So they're eating the sugar from the inside to feed her, and the hive is now going to start eating the sugar from the outside. And by the time they meet in the middle, they should have adjusted to her scent and be willing to accept her into the hive as their queen. So we're looking at, I'm going to check on them in a couple of days to see if they've accepted her, but she probably won't start laying for a week or so, so I'll have to check again in a week. And then we'll find out if we're going to be able to save this hive or not. It's all up in the air. All right, I'm getting rained on, so I'm going to go inside and we'll see what we get up to tomorrow. It's still, I think tomorrow, if it's not raining, it's going to be mowing because I got to get this cleaned up. All right, I will see you folks tomorrow. Working on make-ready projects for my friends coming up to visit. So I spent the morning reclaiming and cleaning the dining room, so you'd never know there were chickens in there. And I'm clearing up clutter that's accumulated. So all the chicken stuff has gone out to the shed. What used to be the chicken coop is eventually going to be my rabbitry, but probably not this year. And I'm starting to move stuff that belongs in the garden shed, and I need to mow. I'm at least going to mow the house yard. I probably won't have time to get to the garden pasture just because I have a meeting tonight, so I have to be out of here by like 5 o'clock. Now 5:30. So that gives me a little time, so I can at least get this mowing done and get the rest of the stuff moved out of the house. I told them I will guarantee you clean beds, clean bathrooms, and food, and anything else, if you get it, you're lucky. And they seem to be very understanding about that. But next up, I'm gonna get to work on this lawn. just like that, I've come to a dead stop. I was going along great guns and I saw a piece of baling twine from that straw bale lying on the ground, and I thought to myself, I really should pick that up before I get it tangled in the mower, and promptly ran it over and got it tangled in the mower. So now I have to go in and look up how to drop the deck so I can take that out, take the blades out, get that all untangled. Not something I wanted to be learning today, but here we are. At least the front yard looks fine. I got the side yard done. I got out to the shed done. I started on this side of the house. Maybe we'll get it finished. I don't know.